Easter Island. The centuries before so fast, actually, which is beautiful of all of the vulnerable from all over the world, which these people are looking for. The environment is changing a lot, from the global warming to a lot of new, like the ozone is to be destroyed, and then a lot of things became so unpopular because of the ex-famous of some countable of players in the world. Of course, this is not only about where you need to run, but what you are looking for is the zero current. Yes, as everyone just look for new types, want to relax without a really, really good environment with the good airplanes, fresh air, and a lot of fresh fish or some types of food which is not know any from the street. Yes, it's all from fresh things and don't have anything is dirty, which is just help you to use these of the fresh. It's very fresh. Yes. Do you know this place? Of course there's a lot of places like this, but not very a lot of things to know, which is just really fresh like these things. Just do not near the sea, but you can feel the new fresh way, and it's all near where the God is taking for. Actually, that's really not a place to go for summer vacation or somewhere when you have vacation, but really, it's another place called Easter Island. Really know this? Of course, it's not only the place for taking a summer vacation. This is the place of the mysterious and very, very dangerous things with no types. Of course, that's very mysterious and no one will know the result if you just used it. These don't have any vacancies, but everything can just be done if you look at in the way of all of the blood high pressure, and there are no types of looking for if you just only eat one things like. Of course, all of these usually make choice, and it's not feeling comfortable if you go and feel a gap. Yes, as everyone to look at it, that's really powerful and really making choice if you just use of another real things. With these things to swim is not only the things of the world, is the place of mysterious. Yes, as people know, the Easter place take place in the USA. Yes, the USA, really? How did you know that? Yes, in the map, right? But a lot of people do not know. Yes, it's in the USA. Easter Island is in the South USA, near the Mexico. And you know, it's famous with one thing. Before a lot of times, centuries ago, you know, there's one thing happens that's caused a lot of different things changes in this island. Of course, this island is it's not really south. Of course, it's outside the USA, but yes, it's out the beach because this island, right? As everyone knows this, but not really the truth. It's near the Las Vegas also. Not everything south. There's another in south, but it's not island, I forget. No, whatever. That's not really a place just to go. That's really mysterious. Centuries ago, you know, there's one thing happened which changed the life of the people living there. Not really people living there, but maybe people living there do these things. You know, there's one thing happen. In some dates, there's people which is adventurous, which is found a new things in these years, which is about 1955. 55, yes, in about this. One of the adventurers found one very special thing in the Easter Island, which no one know before. This is some of the big vacancies. You know, it's not really vacancies, just for kidding. It's really the big types of movement. You know this movement? Yes, it's like spilled. And when adventures over there, there's a lot of movement is taking there, but it's just a face and a body, which is be showing of the big stone, which is putting in a high place, and from this everyone can see. These make things become unforgettable, and really maybe controlling there. Maybe it's the god of the Easter Island, but not really. This is the first time looking for of this island. Really deep dive and just the southeast of this island. And no one really know because it's near the forest. And no one go there anymore because they know that of the legend. There's a lot of snake in there, which is really dangerous snake. And it's caused a lot of things. Yes, of course, that's not only the truth if you're looking in a deep dive of people using the adventurous things. It's not being so unpopular, but it means you can fill out of these form and then bring back to the taker. This will be so freezing out of sight, and you will cause you real things, which is from this island. Not about toting, but it's so beyond flight. Of course, can be aliens, and what of the people from outside the world? Like some of the types can bring that, maybe build it for the humanity, but maybe it's not. Of course, the people living in Easter this time never know about this. Just a lot of movement be so hard and really big, which is putting in high place, and no one know the real truth is. These mysterious things cause the new types of being transferred, and you can't see it if you just are only looking for the new types of being changed. Of course, humanity is like being so amazing of the people living in Easter Island, but really making the truth. If I feel bored in taking all of these things, you will have to see again and find out more about which more things can help in good environment. Going in there, you will have a lot of things to do. Not I am advertisement for the deal, but really, it's good and it's mysterious. Why? Yes, tell me why the movement is taking in there. Why? Now, you can answer it with one thing's your voice. It's just using for you when you go to the beach, not going to this place. This only cause if you swim past the highlight and flame this out of ghost. This can make change. Just look outside the world, and you still won't enjoy really fighting. The pilot don't know how to explain these things, so it's really hard and really just want to look at outside of the seat belt or where you're taking all of the lamp outside. Is no way more be telling the truth. Really want to build it? You will have to build alone, and the money will go up, no, not faster, but it can change the world, become new and flexible. You build a lot of things? Yes, beautiful things can be unsure. The soul and the scholastic things make have a lot of time just to build up, and no one can usually take it and go for mission highlighted. These got another things, but you can usually making it by yourself. Build the things in where Martin is living, and from this you can change all of the world life before you use that of Katarina. The Q is different, the W is different, the E and the ultimate is really making difference. All the skills from old to new. But not only making a game can make choice. That can just only change W really much. And I don't really remember. But the new one is really making things of being transferred. Of course, these don't know how to just use of the side inside. As people looking in it, this island is so really good for you. to visit. A lot of people is really nice. The mysterious things don't have the answer, and a lot of things making these can change from old to new. Of course, the summer vacation do not open with us just in one-way street. It will open different. Going to these? No way, that's not good for you. But no one can tell it to adults. Just young buffalo. If this thing be counted off, it still have a new types of movement, which is just not only it may be the scrub of the volcano, which is taking when the volcano is just floating away. Maybe not really. So how? One of the stone, of course, when the volcano is doing this, all of the stone or light is being transferred and is changed from the highlighted side to the really like water. And people just doing like that, but not really how it can change. Maybe of these things. There's one thing that's really changed our life. These things that are all of the movement, usually taking very beautiful and very really making choice of just doing these things. How? Can you do that? Just the big things from the rock of the volcano when it is doing out of first, the failure is different. They have to wait, but these things can't show off. Yes, every time is never can be run away. So right sometime? No, when you have too much, you can go for a new place and going into the farther too high and look down of another things. As people jumping away, you still can't see the real things when you spawn to a new place in survival. Of course, these things make place and make pleasure if people doing business in it. But all of these can be changed and can't make heal. Why? I usually just do that with their new strategies of eating. You really want to make choice? This can cause no damage. Or you just doing all of the things become in place. The placing things is not every time making place. It's also become another. If you look at it, another things will be in your eyes. The eyes just not change away and people become so really find this. You can take a nick and really go to every wing like this. Not every time you go and you touch away, but that's change a lot of things become so. Yes, of course the really things is not being spawned, but when you spawn to another is really in where which is a really difficult and really big things want to go into. Of course tanker just can do that, but not every time. It's just using where it's touching all of the crabs, not only the enemy. So that's not only you're just looking for it and doing our business. You just to do with your health, another help from another world. Is also in the face. There's a lot of another things which can cause really damage. If you see in that, you will have really much. The butterfly is just came out though, and seeing that is really making, like flex. If you're just looking for a new stone and how can I call it? Yeah, it's just going in the jungle and put in the big things make you can ultimate of Yasuo. So airborne. And these, okay, taking it up and like doing it on the stone? No, not really, of course. No one can do airborne in real life. Just Yasuo, Janna, and a lot of another like Riven. Or some of the things can just use the ultimate too. Not only the going up, but this just cheating and making fault. If you can use this like the Q of Blade Cranks or something really like or the E of Darius. All of these making choice of winning your way, and you can't run from every high splash pressure. You just want to wait for a new highlighted place and change from a supported, making these powerful and really have a lot of blood come from the new ways of types, and boom. Yes, you can't run from new types of world. If you have flash, these things can help you a lot of just 5 minutes next. So this can't be tell if the stone of this is still in the mysterious things. Yes, doing a lot in business is not really good for you, but still doing like it's so slow and it can't go out. Yes, it's better if you can't do like, but really making things become unforgettable, and that will become a really different things. Yes, look at it. You usually look at it with a non-strong face, and doing like every people is looking at the glasses. Of course, no one wants use, but not really the truth. The months ahead is not already, but so become like another place. The 90% of these people come to there is making different news things happen. You know, these things go on the failure. Don't make people become noticeable. And of course, just looking into the new way of being transferred. That word transfer is so not using too much as Katarina and Georgiasho, but it's so be different. If you think this word can cause damage, of course the Bermuda Triangle or the Dragon Triangle in Japan and in Puerto Rico, it's not still become so place that all of the people do not fear of these and fear of of its unplace. These words is not can make it yourself. Yes, it's like transfer is not a word for it's it's TRANSFER. Just this transfer. And taking in where near your handmade, you usually making things become changeable. No one can make angry because of that. Taking this into the leg, and boom, you threw it away. And when I take into the leg, you say, yes, that's it. No, that's not. Of course, these people do not type of that. If you type of that, it's not only the Easter Island. The Easter Island usually have the ways of, like all of those heroes, or where this is the movement, making you away, and you will feel a lot better. And it's like God in your head, and you won't say bad things or do bad things. It's like a God, aware of God. No one do bad things of these. If do bad, yes, a lot of no criminals. Of course, this place, if it's of criminals, the criminal will deadly die in this month. So please, you have to live in yourself in this place. This is a God place, which is people usually love each other, doing much more, and do not have any looking for the godlike. Yes, of course the movement is taking there for a lot of time, be up here, but from that, the people living in there usually have really good reception and relatives, which is never have bad things, bad words, or which is everything are not good for only a people living in our real life, and losing in this just 8 seconds is not enough for people doing our business. The minutes is can't being healed, but all of these become so really the reality. Yes, so the fan cannot stop if we don't have any marbles. That's nearly making choice become new. Of course, there's not only these things cause the damage if you do not look at the seat belt. This place usually making things of Katarina. It usually have a lot of damage, but it just can be used when going the good type of player. If it's just going for every time, yes, this can be a new better life of playing. And you can't take it yourself and do not make any vacancies. You have to use it by yourself. Not only, just help with another way, and you can't the Easter Island do not using of every things you have. That will cause damage. Not 10 seconds, not everything, but just the things taken in your hand. Not every place. These can cause of the new types of human being and strategies of eating.